Will everyone please rise for the invocation by the Right Reverend Andrew M.L. Dici, Bishop of the Episcopal Diocese of New York and Honorary Trustee of the College.
God be with you. Let us pray. Gracious God, giver of life, we thank you for the good work which you have begun in today's graduates, for their achievements, but also for their possibilities, for the continuing curiosity and courage which has drawn them deeper into intellectual inquiry and brought them to this day, and which even now moves them forward into the world that awaits them. We thank you for the wider community which has sustained them through their studies, their mothers and fathers and families and friends, and those who have prayed with them, wept for them, laughed with them, and supported them when that was easy and when that was difficult, and kept the faith, and have come with them to this day and this celebration. We thank you for the courage and vision of the president of this college and the Board of Trustees, and for the faculty and staff whose vocation it is to shepherd these students through their education and make all things possible for them. Continue in these graduates what you have begun. Give them wisdom and compassion. Make them modest and humble, and instill in them hearts alive to the possibilities of those less fortunate. May these who have been so richly blessed be a blessing, that the world will see your purposes in them and may be grateful for them. Kindle, we pray, in every heart the true love of peace. Visit with compassion and justice every victim of war, oppression, and terror. Guide with your wisdom those who take counsel for the nations of the earth, that those who have known the very worst of which human beings are capable may know in you the very best. Make us lovers of peace. Keep us always mindful of our common humanity, and shelter us from the hatred, fear, and violence by which your children are divided one from another. Teach us modesty of expression and humility before those who offend us. Teach us to love our enemies. Show us how, and make us love the kingdom you are building within us. And we ask all these things for the sake of your name. Amen.
Please be seated. I'm going to flick off the spider, upstate New York here. Apologies to, I'll keep it alive though. Welcome everyone. It's really my distinct pleasure and honor to be able to represent the Bard College Board of Trustees before you today. My journey to here today started in 1992. I was a voracious reader of college materials that came to me in the mail. And one came and it said, "A place to think," Bard College. As I read it, I saw that there was these scholarship opportunities, and I thought, that's a good idea. I told my father, hey, there's this college in upstate New York, it's a place to think. And it's called Bard, there's 1,000 students there, a little more than 1,000 at the time. And he said, that doesn't seem like a very good idea. It's in the Northeast, we live in Kansas, like, well, what do you think? I said, well, there's these scholarships that I think I could get. And he said, that seems like a very good idea, and like all good ideas that I had, once it became my father's idea, then it became reality. So that's how I ended up at Bard, but before I got there, what we did is we packed up the car, and I came up here for the immediate decision plan. And the immediate decision plan is an idea of admissions that no other college could ever have, and would have. And like many ideas, that's very Bard. And it's one of these ideas that a cynic could easily shoot down, probably in 27 different ways. And the cynic can always do that. So we got in the car, we drove about 250 miles in. We got a hole in our radiator. My father, with his farm boy stock, patched it with a penny, some duct tape, and some super glue. And we drove the remaining 1,000 miles to Bard College. Proceeded to snow, we almost died on 9W. My mom fell on campus twice. But I went, did the immediate decision plan, got in, got a scholarship, and attended. And that was the beginning. And I was impassioned by the place. It touched me in many ways, like I hope it's touched you. I started giving money at some point. There's somewhere floating around, says I've been a donor for 20 years straight, which seems great, other than the fact that I graduated 27 years ago. So I started a little bit late, and I hope you start sooner than I did. So I started giving money, and when you do that, people notice and they like that, and the spider's back. But more importantly, and the reason I'm a trustee today is that I never say no. And that's why I'm here today addressing you. I'm the guy who doesn't say no. And I had said that to someone that, yesterday I said, I do what I'm told. And they said, that doesn't seem like you. You don't seem like the kind of guy who does what he's told. But I think in reflecting on the reality and my connection to Bard, it's really about an institution that is doing the right thing, where you never have to say no. You can always say yes. And I think it's just the easiest thing in the world to mistake cynicism for sophistication. And I would urge you not to do that. Find a place where you can always say yes. And for me, that's been Bard, and I'm really pleased to be here today. And a lot of the reason is because the ideas, like immediate decision plan, crazy scholarships, often were thought up by one guy, President Botstein. And so it's my honor to be able to introduce him today and to welcome you and everyone to soon be a fellow alum.
So I want to first, without delaying, offer my congratulations to the class of 2024. I would like to ask first all of those of you here getting degrees who are first generation graduates from college, stand. Now, keep standing, because I want the people who are here under the tent who are friends or relatives of these students to stand. The friends of... You can sit down. Now the second group. So the second group I'd like to stand are those of you who are graduating who come not from the United States, from elsewhere in the world to study and get your degree here. Please stand. And while you're standing, in the audience, relatives and friends of these undergraduates and graduate students, please stand. You can sit down. So Brandon mentioned that it's easy to be cynical about institutions. There's nothing wrong with that. But we have the largest number of displaced students of any college in the country. And we are proud to have that. And we will continue to welcome students from distressed places in the world. It's very hard to leave home, and it's not an easy experience. And we hope this has been a positive one, and we look forward to welcoming students from around the world who are in the greatest need. We've actually, in diploma giving today, there'll be 58 students from Afghanistan who will get degrees. Now, we have microcolleges, which are colleges that serve older adults and not the traditional age of college who have never had the resources to go to college, and we do it in partnership with other public institutions. So I would like to ask the graduates of the microcolleges to stand. And if they're friends or relatives of these graduates, please stand. Now the numbers get a little smaller in a way, but I would like all the graduates who are here today, who are picking up and have finished their studies for the BA, who come through the Barred Prison Initiative, to stand. And if they're friends and family of these graduates, please stand. So in addition to the graduates that are here today, we have hundreds of graduates from our Bard High School early colleges, of which we now have 10. And I want to take this opportunity to thank the Chancellor of the School System of the City of New York for shepherding the last two of our New York City Bard High Schools, the one in the Bronx and the one that will open this fall in Brownsville. And I want to thank David Banks. We have largely, through the work of Jonathan Becker, some of the degree recipients come through the American University of Central Asia. That's those are the blue diplomas there. We also have graduates and students in the Parama University, which is a liberal arts college in Burma, now in exile, and also degrees and certificates to Bard students in refugee camps in Africa, and also throughout the Open Society University Network. I want to thank Jonathan and his colleagues for that work. And last but not least, we are the only institution in the country with a deep and profound and long-lasting collaboration with a Palestinian university. We have a liberal arts college and a graduate program training teachers. And this collaboration with some buildings and a dual degree has been going on for over 15 years. And so it gives me great pleasure to ask the president of Al-Quds, my friend Imad Abu Kishek, to stand and acknowledge the applause of the crowd. I want to assure you that as you leave, your sense of pride in the distinction and the quality of this college and its mission, its faculty, its purposes, its footprint as an education and cultural institution will grow. We've never won a football championship because we don't have a football team. And we've never been in the Final Four. I think that's basketball. Is that right? But we are in the final one in the connection between education, equity, and social justice. And we have a curriculum which really encourages you to love and adhere to the experience of learning. And I want to congratulate this class as an enormously talented class. Now, I want to give you a small bit of warning to everyone here. This is an extremely long afternoon. Truly long. And there are many speeches and many degrees. I get pressure every year to simplify it. Just throw the degrees at you, right? Not ask every student to walk across the platform. But I believe that's not what education is about. It's about the personal recognition of every single one of you. And you have your moment. So I would like everybody to honor every individual even though they're not related to them. And by chance, if you have a friend or relative whose last name starts with A, you're in trouble because we would like you to be as enthusiastic for the graduates whose names start with Z that come across the platform several hours later. We, as members of the faculty and administration and the trustees, want to honor you, which is why we watch you walk across and get your diploma. And the diploma is about your individual achievement. So sit back and relax. It's not as long as some other experiences. Waiting in offices of governments, waiting for the doctor. And I can think of many things. This is absolutely enjoyable, and you have this red book which describes every undergraduate senior project, the graduate achievements of the graduate students, and it's very entertaining, and it's a wonderful day, and let's join together to celebrate every individual who is getting a degree today. It is my honor to introduce our commencement speaker. And our commencement speaker is a scientist and a scholar who's written extensively on one of the most important subjects of our time, which is science and the public understanding of science. And she is an extremely influential voice, so much so that she wrote the introduction to the papal encyclical on climate change. She has many books. My favorite title is Why Trust Science? And she has been recognized all over the world for her writing, and she's a fabulous teacher. She's now the Henry Charles Lee Professor of the History of Science at Harvard, And it is an honor and pleasure to welcome as our commencement speaker a scholar and teacher and public intellectual of her distinction, Naomi Oreskes.
Thank you. It's a huge pleasure to be with you all today. And you just heard that this ceremony is going to be very long, so I just want to take the time to point out that I do have the advantage of being short. So President Botstein, trustees, academic colleagues, parents, friends, and most of all students, thank you for this opportunity to share my thoughts with you on this important day at this exceptional institution. I'd like to start by extending my heartfelt congratulations to everyone here, and I do mean everyone. To the graduates of the class of 2024, of course, this is your day. But also to everyone here, parents, friends, professors, staff, who worked hard to make the promise of your college education into a reality. It takes a village to raise a child, and it takes a college or university to raise a graduate. So congratulations to all of you for a job well done. And to my fellow honorary degree awardees, this is your day too, and I'm honored to share it with you. So this is what in my tradition we call a Shehekianu moment, a moment when we pause to appreciate the fact that we have come to this point in time, this place in the world, this moment of success and happiness. Shehekianu literally means we are alive, and moments like this are worth savoring and remembering. So while I am not a comedian, and I will try not to be boring, in the hopes that you may remember some of my comments. So in this moment of joy and happiness, I'd like to talk about something slightly difficult, the problem of conflict and contradiction. We all know, and to some degree we understand in our hearts, that joy and sadness can reside in the same place, even at the same time. Today, you graduates are happy to be graduating, but probably also sad to be leaving friends. You may be excited about what comes next, but probably also anxious. This sort of contradiction, the bittersweet quality of many of life's milestones, is obvious. Less obvious is how we manage the conflict and contradictions of everyday life. As we gather here today to celebrate your accomplishments, we gather against a backdrop of tremendous tension in our world, our country, and even in our academic communities. We feel divided in ways that most of us who are old enough to remember would say we have not felt for 60 years. So what do we do with this contradiction? Is it fair to celebrate, to be joyous when others are suffering? Many of us felt this way during COVID. I know I did. For me, COVID was an oddly precious time, with my husband in the next room, our adult daughter down the hall, my dog at my feet, and 2 cats that our daughter brought home from Tennessee. I loved working at home. It was a relief to travel less, to talk less, and to think and write more. Yet my contentment sat alongside heartsick, knowing that my students were losing an important part of their college experience, and that everywhere people were suffering, struggling, and dying. Or consider this. We are at Bard College, home of the Hannah Arendt Center, the place where Arendt found an intellectual home after the horrors of the Holocaust and the devastating destruction of World War II. World War II destroyed tens of millions of lives, thousands of cities, and countless dreams. Arendt was one of the country's great witnesses to this destruction, reified in the trial of the Nazi Adolf Eichmann. More cogently than almost any other thinker, she confronted the question of how evil comes to dwell in our midst. She coined the term, the banality of evil, to describe the ways in which extreme evil can insinuate itself into daily life and be perpetuated by people who in other respects seem ordinary. Evil, Arendt made us see, rarely announces itself. More often it creeps up upon us. And yet, Arendt, one of the century's most acute observers of Nazis, was the student and lover of the Nazi Martin Heidegger. Martin Heidegger was a Nazi. He was a member of the Nazi Party. His private notebooks contain numerous unequivocally anti-Semitic comments. He subscribed to a belief in heroic violence. In the words of one recent commentator, Heidegger's outlook, quote, reflects a clear and deep-seated commitment to the worldview of Nazism. Yet, at the same time, Heidegger was one of the most influential philosophers of the 20th century. Many concepts that we take for granted today, such as the concept of situated knowledge, a concept that many people who embrace would consider themselves progressives, have their origins in part in his work. Martin Heidegger was a great philosopher and a great fascist. That's a hard thing to get your head around. We want our great thinkers to be great people. We want our heroes to be entirely good and our villains to be entirely bad. But often they are not. Good people sometimes do bad things, and bad people sometimes do good things. After all, Hitler was a vegetarian, something my students are always really, really upset about. Nazi scientists also pioneered our understanding and documenting the hazards of tobacco use. Or consider John Locke, a man who owned stock in slave trading companies. Locke justified the appropriation of Native American lands on the grounds that Native people who did not farm could not be said to own the land on which they lived. Property rights, he believed, arose from labor of a particular sort that was legible to Europeans like himself. As the great philosopher Charles Mills wrote, Locke's social contract, quote, could be regarded as founded on an exclusionary intra-white racial contract that denies equal moral, legal, and political standing to people of color. People are contradictory. That is a fact as surely as the claim that the Earth is an oblate spheroid or that E equals mc squared. In fact, the foundations of modern science, modern physics, rest on a contradiction. Modern physics tells us that light is neither a wave nor a particle, but in some ways neither and both. Physics tells us that in certain circumstances, Schrödinger's cat is both dead and alive. Bard is proud of its status as a liberal arts college, and rightly so. But liberalism has its own well-known contradictions, or at least we could call them tensions, such as the oft-remarked tension between our cultivation of expert knowledge and our commitment to democratic decision-making. It's an instinct for many of us to want to resolve these contradictions, to conclude that Heidegger must be either a great thinker or a fascist, because how could he be both? Or to say that Locke, as a racist, cannot be an inspiration to us today. To insist that Schrödinger's cat must be either alive or dead, and if you don't like cats, preferably dead. Knowing that Heidegger was a Nazi, we could cancel him. We could decide that his ideas no longer merit consideration. We could expunge him from our philosophy classes. But to do so would be to deny the course of history, to deny the impact his ideas have had for better or worse. And the same goes for John Locke. Locke's ideas on governance and natural rights were so central to Thomas Jefferson and the framers of the US Constitution that we would be hard-pressed to understand the creation of this country, again, for better or worse, without understanding Locke. So what I'd like to suggest today is that not resolving contradiction is central to intellectual life and to the core mission of great liberal arts colleges like Bard. The answer to many problems is indeed both and many conflicts arise in part because we insist there must be an answer. We succumb to the fallacy of the excluded middle. It's either capitalism or communism. It's either individual rights or the common good. It's either censorship or free speech absolutism. John Stuart Mill is another great thinker whose legacy is mixed, but there is one point upon which I think he was absolutely right. To paraphrase just slightly, Mill said that in many conflicts, both sides are right in what they affirm and wrong in what they deny. It seems to me that Mill's idea is central to what we, as intellectual communities, need to keep up front and center. That it's rare for any one thinker or any one position in a debate to be entirely right and the others entirely wrong. We all prioritize the aspects of a problem that seem most salient to us. Had we come from a different place or had different life experiences, we would very likely view the matter differently. And down the road in a few years, a few months, or even a few weeks, we may view the matter differently still. This is one of the central arguments for diversity, that people see things differently based on their backgrounds and life experiences. It is the moral of the old fable of the blind man and the elephant, as well as the great Kurosawa film, Rashomon, that we all see only partially. And for this reason, because vision and perspective is always partial, as isolated individuals, we never apprehend the whole truth. But when we bring diverse perspectives together in communities like this, it doesn't guarantee that we find the truth, but it does make us more likely to see and appreciate the whole truth. If we think for a moment about the word university, it's immediately obvious that its root is the same as universal and universe. While the universities of medieval Europe were not, of course, universal, they did seek to comprehensively cover the major areas of learning recognized at the time: the trivium, grammar, logic, and rhetoric, and the quadrivium, arithmetic, geometry, music, and astronomy. Today, universities and liberal arts colleges cover far more ground than those 7 subjects. At Bard, students are offered 35 different degree programs, as well as numerous interdivisional programs and concentrations. Why do we have so many different degrees, so many different things for students to study? The obvious answer is that because the world is complicated and contradictory, we need to look at it from many angles. To meet people's needs and solve the world's problems, we need to embrace a wide range of disciplines, approaches, methodologies, and perspectives. All these different disciplines, most of which did not exist 1,000 years ago, are a response to the recognition that we need many ways of thinking. As members of a living and learning community, it is our job to explore ideas and, where necessary, do the hard work of explaining why certain ideas are false, harmful, or otherwise problematic. It is not our job to suppress bad ideas, but to expose them as bad. And especially in these times when sometimes it seems that everyone is yelling at each other, to find the capacity to listen and, where appropriate, just be quiet. Not everything that can be said should be said. Civility, decency, and just plain kindness sometimes require us to hold our tongues. Sometimes the right answer in the face of a problem is not to do something, but just to stand there, to wait, to watch, and to listen. We've heard a lot in recent months about free speech. We've heard a lot less about listening. Indeed, we don't even have an equivalent turn of speech, an equivalent phrase. Free listening doesn't even make syntactic sense. But what use is free speech if no one is listening? So I'd like to close my remarks with the thought that in this difficult moment, a key role that we can play at colleges and universities as graduates going out into the world is to find ways to create opportunities to listen as well as to speak, to watch as well as to act. Because one way to help resolve contradictions, to find what is right in divergent views, is by listening, really listening. The world needs both speaking and listening. If no one spoke, there would be nothing to listen to. But if no one listens, then there isn't much point in speaking. So thank you for listening to me today, and once again, congratulations to the class of 2024.
So I want to turn your attention to this red book. And the red book has in it, you'll notice as we follow through the process of granting degrees, in the book there are the medals that were given last night to Reverend Dici, to Sandy Zane, to Adam Conover, to James Fuentes, to Aaron Law, Paul Thompson, and to the Khalil brothers, to Golden McCarthy, to our former Bard Fiction Prize winner, Karen Russell, to Myra Armstead, who is retiring at the end of this year, to Patricia Koretsky, Joel Perlman, and Tom Wolfe, all of whom have taught here in the undergraduate college. And then there are other awards that are given at, in Auntie Annucci's case, at the Bard Prison Initiative graduations. The first order of business is the granting of honorary degrees. And for those of you who have not been to commencements, we give honorary degrees in order to mirror back to our students the highest achievement and aspirations in the fields of their interest. We do it because they do you honor by being present at your graduation, and they themselves, by accepting a degree from us, signal their respect for the degree that you are receiving. So, I will now turn to the first of the honorary degree recipients and ask James von Klemper, Bard College trustee and parent, and Jonathan Becker, the executive vice president, and Felicia Kiesing, the David and Rosalie Rose professor in science and mathematics and computing, to present the first candidate for the honorary degree.
President Botstein, I have the honor of presenting Naomi Oreskes as a candidate for an honorary degree of Doctor of Science.
We honor you, Naomi Oreskes, as one of the nation's leading public intellectuals. You have spoken out about climate change and advocated the role of science in shaping politics and society. You blazed a trail for women in science as the first female to graduate from the Royal School of Mines, Imperial College London, with a degree in mining geology. Scientific literacy has become ever more critical to the public good, and as a result, your leadership is welcome, if not indispensable.
The presence of the bishop explains why your degrees are in Latin. They've been in Latin since the college was founded, and so the declaration of granting the degree is in Latin. Auctoritate mihi commissa, te ad gradum in scientis doctoris admitto, omniaque jure ac privilegia ad hum gradum pertinentia tibi concedo, et in testimonium hoc diploma tibi solemner trado. Congratulations. I now call on James Ottaway, trustee of the college, Dan Terrace, the dean of Al-Quds Bard College, to present the next candidate for the honorary degree.
President Botstein, I have the honor of presenting Ahmad Abu Kishik as a candidate for the honorary degree of Doctor of Humane Letters.
We honor you, Ahmad Abu Kishik, as a preeminent leader in Palestinian higher education, as a widely respected and influential voice of reason in the Palestinian community. You, with grace and humor, have led Al-Quds University to new heights of excellence. You have forged alliances, resolved conflicts, embraced the spirit of civic engagement, and overcome the inevitable obstacles to progress that face every Palestinian institution. BARD is thankful for Al-Quds BARD and is proud to be your partner.
I also want to express to Ahmad gratitude for the friendship you've shown us and the institution, and to acknowledge Dan Terrace's fantastic work in leading Al-Quds BARD. So the citation is Auctoritate mihi commissa et ad gradum in literis humaniboribus doctoris admitto omniaque acu privilegia ad gradum pertitentia tibi concedo et in testimonium hoc diploma tibi solemniter trado. Congratulations. I now call on Roland Augustine, Bard College Trustee, and Nayland Blake, class of 1982 and Professor of Studio Arts, to present the next candidate.
President Botstein, I have the honor of presenting El Anatsui as a candidate for an honorary degree of Doctor of Fine Arts.
El Anatsui, Doctor of Fine Arts. We honor you, El Anatsui, for your profound reimagining of contemporary art. In some 50 years of teaching, you have empowered generations of artists to envision new possibilities for African subjectivity. In nearly 60 years of art making, you have challenged us to remember that art is the embodiment of living thoughts that open the opportunity for all of us to remake our world through action and understanding. Congratulations.
I say, Auctoritate mihi commissa te ad gradum in artibus elegantoribus doctoris admitto omniaque jure a privilegia ad gradum hum gradum pertitentia tibi concedo et in testimonium hoc diploma tibi solemniter trado. Congratulations. I have to apologize to everyone here. Having changed languages as a little boy coming to the United States, I stuttered for most of my youthful life, well into my 20s. And especially having to read Latin is a stutterer's nightmare. I now call on the Vice Chair and Alumni Trustee of the College, Brandon Weber, and also Dumaine Williams, class of 2003, Vice President of Student Affairs, and the Dean of the Early Colleges.
President Botstein, I have the honor of presenting David C. Banks as a candidate for the honorary degree of Doctor of Humane Letters.
David C. Banks, nearly 1 million students benefit from your leadership as Chancellor of New York City Public Schools, and particularly from your attentiveness to the educational needs of those who might otherwise be denied the opportunity to realize their potential through learning in school. We honor your innovation and your devotion to our shared responsibility to provide excellence in public education to those who need it most. BARD is grateful for your support of our BARD High School early colleges and making BSEC Bronx and BSEC Brooklyn realities.
Auctoritate mihi commissa ter gradum in litteris humaniboribus doctoris admitto omniaque jura ac privilegia hatum gradum petitentia tibi concedo et in testimonium hoc diploma tibi solemniter trato. Congratulations and thank you. I now call on Betsy Eli, class of 1965, and BARD trustee, and Karen Sullivan, the Irma Brandeis Professor of Romance Literature, who will present the next candidate for the honorary degree.
President Botstein, I have the honor of presenting R. Howard Block as a candidate for the honorary degree of Doctor of Humane Letters.
We honor you, Howard Block, for the depth and range of your scholarly achievements. You are a leader, in the study of medieval French culture, but your range as a humanist is astonishing. We honor you for making the humanities exciting and accessible to generations of readers and students. You've shown a deep commitment to the life of the mind. BARD honors you as a passionate defender of the humanities.
Auctoritate mihi commissa te ad gradum in litteris humaniboribus doctoris admitto omniaque jura ac privilegia ad gradum petitentia tibi concedo et in testimonium hoc diploma tibi solemniter trato. Congratulations. I now recognize Charles Johnson, the third class of 1970, and BARD trustee, and Brooke Jude, associate professor of biology, who will present the next candidate.
President Botstein, I have the honor of presenting Richard G. Frank, class of 1974, as a candidate for the honorary degree of Doctor of Humane Letters and alumni honorary degree.
Richard G. Frank, Doctor of Humane Letters, and alumni honorary degree. Your passion for an equitable and a high-quality health policy has led to changes at the national level that have benefited those most in need. Your distinguished career as a health economist, with its particular focus on mental illness, substance misuse, and long-term care, honors the spirit of your immigrant parents. We honor you as an alumnus for your contribution to the public welfare.
Auctoritate mihi commissa te ad gradum in litteris humanioribus doctoris admitto omniaque jura ac privilegia hatum gradum petitentia tibi concedo et in testimonium hoc diploma tibi solemniter trato. Congratulations. Now, I've been here for 49 years, and I've always wanted to do this with the next honorary degree, and that too is to honor a librarian. So I call forward Susan Weber, trustee of the college and director of the Bard Graduate Center, and Heather Topchick, dean and director of libraries here at Bard, to present the next candidate.
President Botstein, I have the honor of presenting Carla Hayden as a candidate for the honorary degree of Doctor of Humane Letters.
We honor you, Carla Hayden, for your love of books and your devotion to libraries. You have advanced social justice and empowered individuals by foregrounding the pursuit of knowledge. You are a true champion of excellence and equity, and you are an exemplary steward for one of our most valuable and basic democratic institutions. As the 14th Librarian of Congress, you have been a trailblazer in placing the defense of intellectual freedom and expanding access to knowledge at the forefront of librarianship.
Auctoritate mi commissa, ter gradum in litteris humanioribus doctoris admitto, omniaque jura ac privilegia ad cunc gradum petitentia tibi concedo, et in testimonium hoc diploma tibi solemniter trado. Congratulations. And I now call Bard College trustee Juliet Morrison from the class of 2003, and Gideon Lesser, the director of the Fisher Center and professor of theater, who will present the next honorary degree.
President Botstein, I have the honor of presenting Rachel Weiss as a candidate for the honorary degree of Doctor of Fine Arts.
Rachel Weiss, Doctor of Fine Arts. We honor you, Rachel Weiss, as one of the great actors of your generation. Your range and versatility are unmatched. Your performances demonstrate the breadth of your craft as well as your commitment to selecting and representing a properly complex and layered portrayal of women. The commerce of Hollywood usually provides few opportunities for the subtlety and truth-telling. Your work in sharing wisdom through film is the exception that proves the rule.
Auctoritate mihi commissa, ter gradum in artibus elegantoribus doctoris admitto, omniaque jura ac privilegia ad gradum petitentia tibi concedo, et in testimonium hoc diploma tibi solemniter trado. Congratulations. This is technology goes awry. Vin Roca, where are you when I need you? What are friends for? Yes. So one final step in this traditional ceremony before we give out the degrees, and the degrees will be given out. I won't read a Latin citation for every one of you because we'll be here for another 2 days. But those citations will be done in groups for each fitting the degree. So the tradition is there's a final lesson, if you will, deriving from our ecclesiastical past that I'm charged to give. So this is addressed to the class of 2024. It will come as no surprise to this class that this has been a truly tumultuous and unsettling academic year for American colleges and universities. Here at Bard, however, the most memorable day on campus was the day of the solar eclipse, April 8th. A large cross-section of Bard's community gathered on the upper campus, students, faculty, and staff, to witness this once-in-a-lifetime event. Our physics faculty and student members of Bard's Physics Club arrived equipped to help with special glasses and mingled with the crowd, eager to help explain and guide the astonished spectators. For one brief moment, the Bard community was united in a spirit of trust around the task of learning and the wonderment of understanding. No one questioned the facts and explanations. The eclipse, its reality, its timing, its trajectory, its mystical beauty, and the astonishing light were not received as fake news. A colonialist or Eurocentric imperialist fraud, a pack of lies, a MAGA conspiracy, or a Zionist or Jewish conspiracy. The riches of generations of scientific inquiry, still incomplete and ongoing, the rewards of centuries-long disciplined use of reason to better our grasp of the natural world were on full view. The Bard community was the witness and beneficiary of the work of Copernicus, Kepler, Newton, and Einstein, and the gradual refutation of elaborate, eloquent, arcane, and brilliant theories and divine superstitions about the heavens and the stars that sought to explain an eclipse. Spinoza would have been proud of this display of awe at the synthesis of reason, nature, and the divine. Almost a century ago, in 1919, another solar eclipse was closely scrutinized and studied. It provided the empirical proof, witnessed by measurement and photographs, of Einstein's 1915 theory of general relativity, the bending of light by the force of gravity. Einstein won the Nobel Prize in 1921. Yet by the end of the 1920s, relativity, despite the clear experimental proof, would be branded as false and degenerate, as a lie by the Nazis. It was the work of a manipulative, international Jewish conspiracy. The teaching of Einstein's revision of Newtonian physics was banned from German universities by an autocratic and tyrannical regime that seized power in 1933. That ban lasted until the end of a world war against Nazism and fascism that cost the lives of 20 million soldiers and more than 40 million civilians, including the victims of the systematic extermination of distinct groups, particularly Jews, the Roma people, and homosexuals, and the civilians who perished from the atomic bombs this nation dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. We face the possibility that in our own time, this will be repeated, that the respect for reason, research, evidence, for the distinction between certainty and uncertainty, for the understanding of probability, the recognition of truth, and the willingness to reject falsehood, the love of beauty in proofs and persuasive arguments, and the embrace of thoughtful dissent such as Einstein's, from reigning orthodoxies and inherited superstitions, including conspiracy theories that elude the rules of evidence because their presumed truth is intentionally and cleverly hidden, will disappear, destroyed by ideological terror from above, control and intimidation from autocratic governments, and from below by the power and fear now fueled in a historically unprecedented way by technology, of conformist mass prejudice, ostracism and abuse, and the tyranny of the virtual public space we now inhabit. Truth and understanding are not determined by popularity. They are often hard to understand without access to the kind of analysis, information, and learning Bard and other universities and colleges exist to provide and support. Colleges and universities must defend dissenters and critics and protect the open and free pursuit of knowledge and understanding. They must be dedicated to resisting censorship from above and defying the self-conscious self-censorship among students and faculty who fear the condemnation of dominant groups who cherish their convictions, even if those convictions might turn out to be wrong. We must remain committed to the free and open pursuit of thinking, research, scholarship, artistic expression, and the teaching of the rules and practices of reason, scientific discovery, considered criticism, judgment, and scholarship. We must rededicate ourselves to teaching and not to preaching. We must not abuse our academic authority to assert our beliefs in the classroom. Rather, we should open those beliefs up to reasoned scrutiny. Amidst the avalanche of statements and postings on the internet that emerged from this year's campus politics, there was a statement that liberal education and the liberal arts were merely examples of, I quote, soft power of imperialism and colonialism. This assertion is derived from the often hard to understand and jargon-laden postmodernist idea and critical theory that contest the claims of reasoned enlightenment. It is a frighteningly appealing distortion of the traditions of teaching and learning that Bard honors and that are being celebrated here at this commencement. The plain truth is that thinking and understanding are difficult. They are demanding human endeavors. Our understanding of the natural world, whether of COVID, our brains and nervous system, the Earth's climate, or the universe around us, remains imperfect. The progress we have made has been the result of the shared pursuit of knowledge and truth in institutions of research and learning that rely on reasoned skepticism. That gives us a common ground on which to change our minds and shed ignorance and search further for more perfect understandings. The truth is also frequently counterintuitive and complex. We cannot respond to the complexities that surround us by casting off recalcitrant details through simplification, clinging to slogans, stock phrases, epithets, and the unexamined language of opinions that are emotionally satisfying, but dangerously inadequate and misleading. Too often we defend our unexamined judgments by assuming the rhetoric and stance of moral superiority, thereby dividing every question into a simple opposition between right and wrong, and turning dissent into offense and evil. What is true is not always commonsensical, just as quantum mechanics, organic chemistry, economics, counterpoint, poetry, and photography all are. That is why institutions of learning exist and why the degrees you're about to receive took so long to earn, and why we have laboratories, studios, and libraries, and why we employ a learned and accomplished faculty. In the catastrophic congressional hearings from last December, the presidents of our leading institutions, when asked about how to deal with a hypothetical case on campus calling for the death of a particular group of fellow human beings, sought to make a distinction between speech and conduct. This was utterly amazing, probably something crafted by clever lawyers. At colleges and universities, especially here at Bard, speech is conduct. Language is the only instrument of learning. Violence has no place on the campus of a college and university. And the protection of the right of students and faculty to speak with freedom and without fear, and the defense of academic freedom are fundamental to our existence and are at the core and the mission of the liberal arts. I hold here a randomly chosen diploma. You will notice, if you look at it, and you'll see it on your own diploma, that at the center is an individual's name. Just one single name. There is no reference to that individual's race, ethnicity, religion, gender, sexual preference, or nationality. At Bard, on this ground of learning at your alma mater, only each of you as an individual, as one thinking person, a curious person, a good listener, not with their backs turned, with an active imagination and someone who loves to learn, counts. Bard's diploma honors your identity and sanctity as unique, your individual achievement, and not you as a member or representative of any group. Bard College may be one of the last strongholds in the defense of the universal virtues of a liberal education, as a place of reason and learning, not corrupted by wealth or the arrogance of an elite club. As you walk off the stage, we ask each and every one of you to join us as alumni to help protect and defend this place and the joy of learning and study. The culture of freedom, empathy, respect, and kindness the college has sought to cultivate and nurture. The talent and accomplishment within this class of 2024 remind me what an honor and privilege it is to serve as president of this unique institution. Thank you. So, I now have the pleasure of introducing Christian Crouch, Dean of Graduate Studies and Associate Professor of History, who will present the graduate degrees.
Before we begin the presentation of graduate degrees, please note that all candidates have completed the requirements for their degrees as prescribed by the State of New York and by the faculty and trustees of Bard College. I will present the candidates in alphabetical order, program by program. In the interest of time, we will not be reading the names of those members of the class of 2024 unable to join us today, but all candidates are listed in the program in recognition of their accomplishments. President Botstein, I have the honor of presenting members of Bard Graduate Center's class of 2024 for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Decorative Arts, Design History, Material Culture. Julia Grace Lilly. Courtney Ann Stewart. I now have the pleasure of presenting the master degrees, beginning with Bard Graduate Center's Master of Arts in Decorative Arts, Design History, and Material Culture. Carlin A. Allenbrand. Antonia Agnostopoulos. Irene Bertazin. Elliot Camara. Catherine Cohen. Angela Hermano Crenshaw. Allison Frances Donahue. Mackenzie Baxter Griffin. Robert Christopher Hewis. Raphael McKeels. Patricia Madsen. Caroline Genevieve Montague. Rachel Salem Wiseman. Samantha Kanoelani Santana. Mabel Capability Taylor. Luli Zo. The Milton Avery Graduate School of the Arts, Master of Fine Arts, Samantha Louise Lasco. Lotte Liesruhl. Ali Taylor. The Bard Center for Environmental Policy, Master of Science in Environmental Policy, Christina Chelsea Carrero. Connor Elliott Nags. Elena Fisher. Tara McElhinney. The Bard Center for Environmental Policy, Master of Science in Climate Science and Policy, Catherine Mary Byrne. Madison Hodges. Marley Madar. Emily Merlot. Carlos Barrera. Say Luis Sanchez Osorio. Ethan Grant Savino. The Bard Center for Environmental Policy, Master of Education in Environmental Education, Sophie Priya Bala. Benjamin Will Harris. Griffin Harvey. Melina Marie McElligot. Alyssa Valkovic. The Bard Center for Curatorial Studies and Art in Contemporary Culture, MA in Curatorial Studies, Josefina Barcia. Dare Dada. Lucas Ondak. Clara Pratt Guy. Sophia Rose. Aida Mouni Sidum. Talia Stefaniuk. Pallavi Surana. Lily Rebecca Toth. Clara von Turkovic. Lucas Whitaker. The Master of Arts in Teaching program in Annandale, Master of Arts in Teaching, Edward Burt. David Tregalo. Jessica Gibson. Joshua Huberman. Mikkel Rand Inchausti. Peyton Joy Miller. Purja Shorkar. Alyssa Valkovic. Matthew Weishaupt. Jacob Weiss. The Graduate Vocal Arts Program, Master of Music in Vocal Arts, Taylor Mackenzie Adams. Colton Cook. Emily Aya Fink. Abigail Sung Green. Sarah Elizabeth Nolte. Jun Mo Yang. The Graduate Conducting Program, Master of Music in Conducting, Timothy John Morrow. Emmanuel Luis Jesus Rojas. Samuel Ross. The Bard Masters of Business Administration in Sustainability. Jamie Elaine Atkins. Philip Au. Liel Broman. Danielle Kristen Black. Kylie Boynton. Antonio Castillo. Ariel Shafitz. Barry Chenkara. Michaela Flynn. Linda Griffin. Sarah Hayworth. Sabrina Holsborg. Jessica Hook. Mohammed Hussein. Cece Jacob. Adam Jacoby. Sahara James. Hugo Jewel Quintanilla. Aaron Karp. Sean Kurtzner. Maria Camila Leal Giraldo. Alexis Len Macy Junes. Jismani McClang. Tara McElhinney. Jake Mitchell. Howard Pollard. Lauren Ravert. Nicole Restani Kolbeck. Mark Rhodes. Rolina Richardson. Alexandra Ritz. Marina Ross. Adam Cole Rosenberg. Tristan Rudder. Anna Scherer. Aaron Demarest Salem. Frederick Selby. Ashbel Soto. Milena Stoicheska. Nandini Sujit Kumar. Hung Tran. Damian Williamson. Metap Öztürk Yaca. The Levy Economics Institute, Master of Science in Economic Theory and Policy. Ahmad Abed Ebodi. Benjamin Fearing. Brandon Eastones. Ahmed Rasuli. Thomas Christopher Strand. Nurjahan Tarshi. Mimla Wardak. The Levy Economics Institute, Master of Arts in Economic Theory and Policy. Paige Elizabeth Gregg. Masuma Hassan Zada. Kevin Trung Lee. Hosna Siddiqyar. Daniel Sumter. Mariam Yari. Hasiba Zormati. The Orchestra Now, Master of Music in Curatorial, Critical, and Performance Studies. Petra Elek. Rowan Quigg Davis. The Master of Arts in Global Studies. Heba Jaber Abdul Hafiz Abu Shama. Isaac El Zagari. Musa Bahaduri. Serena Sulai. Porno Dasgupta. Nicholas Damek. Alia Egamberdeva. Merna Ahmed El Bogdadi. Amud Hijowi. Nilufar Homidova. Abdul Ali Ismail Zada. Shigofa Jamal. Wisdom Tocha Kalo. Yasmin Raouf. Daniar Sadikov. Shasta Shams. Kiradman Sharilev. Diana Talentbekova. Ne Lin Tu. Aydin Turganbakov. Jonathan Shu. Han Tu Ya. The Center for Human Rights and the Arts, Master of Arts in Human Rights and the Arts. Mace Al-Alami. Anas Al-Khatib. Ranim Ayad. Anastasia Dustatsi. Luka Gotsiridze. Yekaterina Korebyova. Maria Pankova. Aya Rabai. Gina Rishmawi. Laila Sharif. Tsiko Sitsumo. Emmanuel Josai Williams. The Bard, U.S. China Music Institute, Master of Arts in Chinese Music and Culture, Beitong Liu. Shi Lu. Wenrei She. The Instrumental Arts Program, Master of Music in Instrumental Studies, Ida On. Estevan Ilias Ganem. Mirinda Holthy. Christopher John Nelson. Ling Hong Win. Christian Stephanus Funsel. John Woodward. Maya Yokanovich. And Yu Chen Zhao.
have one graduate program to go. How many more graduate programs do we have to go? We're done. That's what we, oh, okay. So those candidates have gone. Oh, that's the next. So will the candidate for the doctoral degree please stand? The doctoral degree candidates. Actoritatemi commissa vos ad gradum philosophiae doctoris in artibus admitto omni aquae jura ac privilegia hadum gradum petitentia vobis concedo et in testimonium hoc diploma vobis solemnita trado. Congratulations. And now will the candidates for the master's degree, all of you stand, please. Master's degree candidates. Actoritate mihi commissa vos ad gradum magistri. Admitto omniaque iure ac privilegia atu vos hos gradus petitentia vobis concedo et in testimonium hoc diploma solemnita trado. Congratulations. We now turn to the granting of associate's degrees and will pause for 1 second. This is not a commercial interruption. So each of the following candidates for the AA either comes through the Barred Prison Initiative or the microcolleges. So it is my pleasure to introduce Megan Callahan, Dean of the Barred Prison Initiative, who present the 2024 candidates for the requirements of the associate degree.
Fatimatu Azraman. Joseph Bell. Cedric Blackwell in absentia. Dejanette Marie Carrasquillo. Jean-Marie Cinq-Mars in absentia. Renee Suzanne Dingman. Darnell Winston Eccles. Jamil Ida. Geraldine Alicia Etchison. Mary Ellen Forsyth. Kelly Green. Roger Hetley. Gabrielle Heskey Bocachica. Kevin Jenkins in absentia. Delvin Omar Johnson. Gil Lewis. Daisy Lopez. Verna Lisa Abrams. Crystal M. Mejias. Luis M. Melendez in absentia. Linda La Montañez. Saratu Shalia. Anastasia Neary. Terrence David Nesmith. Anwar Pablo Ramos Belcher in absentia. Paul Rivera. Warner Sabir Jr. in absentia. Alik Scarlett. Vivian Hope Shine. Gia Weathers. Malika Lee Whitney. Vondavian Wilson. Curtis L. Woodruff in absentia. Ziona Young.
Please join me in congratulating these Associate in Arts degrees.
So, on behalf of the Board of Trustees of the American University of Central Asia, I have the great honor of introducing 32 graduates of the American University of Central Asia. You might ask yourself, what are these people doing here? Well, many of you thought you had a difficult senior year, writing your final projects, your theses, all of the uncertainty. But these 32 students, who are all from Afghanistan, left Kyrgyzstan to where they were evacuated after the fall of Afghanistan with the rise of the Taliban. And there they continued their academic studies. Only during the middle of their last year, they moved to the United States to resettle. To complete their degrees, they had to take classes online back at the American University of Central Asia, which is only an 11-hour time difference, sometimes 10. Thus, they earned the nickname Night Owls. Some completed their work from where they had resettled across the United States. A number were able to come to Annandale-on-Hudson this semester to complete their work. 22 of the 32 will receive a joint degree or dual degree with Bard College. The others will simply receive American University of Central Asia degrees and certificates. I would like you all to pause for a moment to applaud the resilience that these young people have shown to complete their education. On behalf of the Board of Trustees of the American University of Central Asia, I am proud to present the master's, and bachelor's degrees and certificates to the following students. Zarifa Adiba. Sitara Ahmedi. Habib Gul Ahmadzai. Unka Ayabezai. Suma Ali. In absentia. Azma Amini. In absentia. Rehana Amiri. Hakima Askari. Basira Atai. Fatima Baluch. Masuda Esa. Laima Habib. Nahid Hadari. Maryam Ibrahimi. Jamila Jamal. Fatima Kakar. Nargis Kamran. Farokh Mars Shekan. Bibi Amina Mohammed Amin. Firoza Muradi. Mumtaz Ashraf Popal. Zukal Kaderdon. Hadia Rezwan. Badam Sarwari. Nargis Sarwari. Maryam Sawabi. Helala Siddiqui. In absentia. Sophia Siddiqui. In absentia. Halima Torah. Nargis Payanda Nick. In absentia. Zora Staniksai. Faragzi Paikar Yusuf. Thank you.
And now we come to the long-awaited event. I welcome Deirdre Dalbert, the Vice President, Dean of the College, and Professor of English, who will present the Bachelor degrees for the class of 2024.
Before we welcome members of the class of 2024, we have two graduates from the class of 2020, so let's give them both a big round of applause. Sienna Marie Elena Scherer. And Bruno Souza Dinucci. Class of 2024. Beheshta Abed. Nicholas Thomas Aguilero. Thane Eshel. Sasha Alcocer.
And this is the first of our BA graduates from the Bard Prison Initiative.
Derek Thomas Alexander. Marcel Amaz. Asriel Almodovar Rosado. Brandon Alvarado. Hayram Amiri. Ana Aparicio. Noah Errol. Jonathan Asiedo. Aiden Athanasio. Raven Atsalis Gogol. Dot Ayala Valdez. Solomon Bag. Rodney Clayton Bailey Jr. Sam Madsen Baker. Kirsten Bamford. Sebastian Barreto. Claire Bartholomew. Sophia Christina Bartolota. Julia Visa Beeman. Christopher Benin-Case. Justin Bennett. In absentia, Bella Bergen. Sadie Rose Bernard. Maria Belen Bernardo. In absentia, Alistair Newbury Billingsley. In absentia, Melanie Melong Bizet is here. Gray Elizabeth Boyer. Lila Bowie. Jeremiah Brea de Los Angeles. Finn Brennan. Lucy Broberg. Lily Brody. Ariella Brody Weisberg. Grace Brody. Campbell Cherry Brophy Nash. Nori Buck. Alex Buckman. Zaria Yana Kalist. Ray Camp. Eve Lilith Campbell. Kevin Alejandro Carchi. Angel Yi Han Sao in absentia. Natalie Castellan Marquez. Riley Blackburn Sarah Bona. Ro Chunchul. Amy Priscilla Channon. Shiwen Chen in absentia. Elizabeth Cherniak. Catherine Cherniak. Nadan Joe. Mihao Cheshlik. Elizabeth Eleanor Chirinchone in absentia. Shanti Pooja Clements. Hannah Klein. Laurel Klein. Nicholas Coleman. Ben Colling. Antoine Ruby Gwendolyn Collins. Summer Cologne. Sarah Corwith Eckert. Glorian Coochie, Cooey. Jacinta Creel Vallejo. Samuel Winslow Crocker. Jesse James Crook. Catherine Claire Curry. Ejen Dai. Lieta Damon. Isabel Piper Danishment. Sydney Darling. Adi David. Leon Davis. Zarina Dalat. Kalani Michelle de la Cruz Reyes. Claire de los Rios. Paul de Tournemire. Daniel Dorella Dean in absentia. Jack DeAngelis in absentia. Benjamin Porter de Bishop. Soren Damas. Justine Florence Denemiel. Corey Keegan Dennis. Mina Watanabe Devore. Marcella Doko. Anastasia Gino Dong. Noah Doucette. Lapis Amansi Dove. Daniela D'Souza. Sebastien Dufour. Erin Rachel Dworkin. Patty Dines. Monica Jubelski. Natalia Jubelski. Harrison Eddington Rose. William Ruff Egan. Mohammed Isa, in absentia. Sophia M. Ellenson, in absentia. Jonathan Holden Eng. Jacob Andrew Krems Epter. Saskia Erpf, in absentia. Dawson Escott. Isabella Espinosa. Ahmed Nafiz Farhan. Benjamin Raham Fatakov. Melena Feher. Samantha Feldstein. Emile Florian Foyser. Peter Fields. William Fink. Ash Fitzgerald. Montserrat Fonseca. Gaius Forsyth. Daisy Foucault. Sasha Frazier. Moselle Cookie Fredericks. David Fujita. Johannes Furtwängler. Amadou Gadillo. Amy Lee Gallagher. Christopher Thomas Gallagher Bartlett. Carolina Galvez. Lucy Marcella Ray Gallian. Zoe Aniela Garnzi. Max William Gare. Gabe Geisler Kammer. Kylie Gent. Meheri Gafori. Natalia Gillespie. April Giom. Gabriel Gehring. Gabriel, come on up. Oh no, come on, Gabriel. Abby Givertsman. Emily Gokul. Bobby Joe Gonzalez in absentia. Helena Grabowska. Ruby Gresher. Eleanor Gresham. Chloe Griffo. Yoel Guanich. Eric Julian Guaman. Leonard Gurevich. Sydney Kayla Gustav. Georgi Zirishvili. Perianne Hulajin. Christopher Holman. Elliot Harris. Alex Harrison in absentia. Ruby Rachel Hart in absentia. Luca Heidelberg. Rowan Vincent Hines. Zohra Halale. Hannah Vincenza Hemingway. Kawan Kenneth Hernandez. Arisleta Herrera. Hannah Rosa Hershend. Corin Hilliard Young. Scotty Andrew Giorgetti Hindi. Mary Lena Hano. Simon Woodruff Sprague Horan. Margaret Dunbar Huff. Vivian Noah Hoyden. Cece Hu. Nicholas John Hubba. Equi Hunter. Aru Ibanez in absentia. Luke Ingram. Justine Ingo. Ahmad Shwe Jalil. Erica Genti. Licia. Luca Gigieshvili. Emily Edna Jokum. Griffin Jorger. Angel Johnson. Lyra Johnson. Elsa Marie Joyny. Joanna Elizabeth Jones. Lindsay Jordan. Marshall Junso. Omabolale Kafedipa. Abra Kakar. Layli Kangaroo Foroten. Zoe Grant Caparonis. Camille Alexander Karpiak. Jack Keelan. Hava Ruby Keller. Zuka Kerodinashvili. In absentia. Rabia Rose King. In absentia. Christina Kinsborn. Cochin Kleps. Isabel Klein. Aria Komarov. Emma Beata Christensen Kuntz. Michael Alexander Curlin. Cyrus McCoy Kerman Browning. Bing Shong Lai. In absentia. Emma LaPenta. Uh-oh, who are you? Megan! Megan Dara Lacey. Bing Shan Lai. Emma LaPenta. Joseph Laser. Erica Lee. Lapien Lee. Javin Roderick Lilibo. Lobel. Emily Lehan. Dania Leibovitz. Sydney Elise LePlay. Natalie Levitch. Bo Chin Lee, in absentia. Olga Lee. Eileen Lee. Jia Chen Leong. Payman Lin. Eric Lean. Elizabeth Liotta. Rachel Ray Lipkind. Elisa Latine Eganya. Chris Liu, in absentia. Hanji Liu. Adrian Liu. Caitlin Lowney. Ryan Lam. Finley Mackenzie. Lisa McGee. Loretta Justine Maneri. Angelina Marie Manino. Samuel Gershon Marcus. Michael Marshall. Reina Esmeralda Martinez Acosta. Zachary Madison. Fakra McAllister. Maximilian Kaliamanapoulou. Emily McMaster. Frankie Matza Serde. Julia Eleonora McNulty. Joseph Samuel McVicker III, in absentia. Oliver J. Mead. Nisqua Luz Medina. T. Medrano, in absentia. Michael Melchiondo. Lily Mencarini, in absentia. Ben Mung, in absentia. Natalia Miller. Abdullah Moheb. Grace Molinaro. Zeke Morgan. Coben Morgenthaler. William Owen Morrissey. Miriam M. Morrissey. Lily Motika. Senovia Muhammad. Jack Muth. Maihan Naimi. Abdul Matlub Naweed. Nasim Nazari. Anna Nelson. Sage Nelson. Tim Neumeister. Tenzing Nadine. Zumtidui Nguyen. Alex Nam Nguyen. Tony Nguyen. Georgia Nickerson. Akila Nusrat. Lillian Ogden. Lucas Olauson. Scout Olip. Jasper Altmans. Fuader Rahman Omi. Shannon O'Neill. Madeline Oprika. You're here. Finn Edmund O'Rourke. Lazaros Panagiotis. Maddie Elizabeth Parker in absentia. Hannah Parr Kaufman. Michael Henry Parmy. Zoe Pathy. Isaac Pavalon. Oliver Pollock. Emma Paxson. Rebecca Peacock. Emily Grace Peck. Claire Rochelle Pete. Ayana Perez. Sophia Helen Isaacs Perkins. Oscar Pezzala Granlund. Heather Phelps Lipton. Jack Ming Pilson. Savannah Kayla Pina. Caleb Harrison Pitney. Oh, that's it. Marcus Francis Perozzi. Gaia Porto. Tallulah Calderwood Pratt. Annika Bringodich in absentia. Maria Puente Flores. Cora Quinlan in absentia. Kylie Nicole Quinn. Estela Quinones. Sasha Kvist. Olivia Ramo. Ev Ramsayer. Niall Ransford. May Redmond. Nine Reed Mera. Felicity Reynolds. Cecilia Kane Rice. Sierra Richards. Aiden Rissy. Hector. Hold that one. We're backing up. My apologies. Okay. I get on a roll and then they come. Okay. Hector Manuel Rodriguez. Lucas Rodriguez. Jonah Rom. Luis Jamil Rondon. Alida Rosenblum Katz. Zola Ross Gray. Sky Rothstein. Cedric Rule Becker. Sage Sakamono. Mohammed Osman Saidi. Marquise Sanchez. Nathaniel Sanchez in absentia. Andrew John Santella. Catherine Sarfati. Stella R. Scanlon. Misha Aina Schaffner Kargman. Grace Schnaff. Linus Schneider. Maeve Francesca Carnival Schrody. Sarah Seeger. Samantha Molly Lou Cerniker. Bo Serrano. Shue Shuo. In absentia. Basha Shapiro. Juno Shepherd. Arnav Sharodkar. Michaela Elise Siegel. William Ellis Silverstein in absentia. Charles William Edgar Simmons. Tristan James Sinagra in absentia. Isaac Shursen. Ella Skinner Sloan. Elias Smith. Emily Hall Smith. Josephine Smith. Ray Coco Smith. Nicholas Albert Gustino Susi. Anna Spirakova in absentia. Leila Tsumei Stallone. Carson Rose Stelling. Patricia Ann Stevens in absentia. Harper Stone in absentia. Kev Street. Benjamin Stroman. Claire Sullivan. George Fleming Sutton. Sullivan Sweet. Violet Tobacco. Benicio Taggart. Lowell Thomas. Tersa Thomas. Darian Anthony Thornburg. Tristan Hamilton Tiponi. Achit Tsitsishvili. Nanuka Tsutsumya. Olenka Sehankova. Albright Chachiwa Tsien. Weston Tucker. Chris Melissa Tulla. Keegan Valeka. Nita Vemuri. Grant Venable. Zola Helena von Krusenstern. Caleb Michael Wagner. Leo Wang. Mingxi Huang. Karay Phoebe Wang. Zeph Watkins. Jake Kolya Weinstein. Dylan Whitaker. Clementine Williams. Sydney Alexandria Williams. Abinabima Rocco. Tallulah Wojtak. Gabrielle Woods. Oh, wait, who are you? I don't really know. Okay, Gabrielle Woods. Asher's here. Asher Wright. Hannah Winters Wright. Cherry Wu. Kahang Zhu. In absentia. Hang Yu Yong. In absentia. Zhou Yang. Colin Jackson Zachariason. Danielle Zafur in absentia. Helen Yumong Jung. Milo Zimmerman Benz. Mason Zoller. Danielle Dorella Dean. And one last name, Tyler Zawoski in absentia. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me add my personal congratulations to each and every one of you. I'm going to now declare the Latin citation, after which I will ask for the benediction. So, to all the bachelor degree candidates, I say, auctoritate mihi commissa, vos ad gradus baccalaurea in artibus et musicae admitto, omniaque jura ac privilegia, ad hos gradus petitentia vobis concedo, et in testimonium hoc diploma, vobis solemniter trado. Congratulations to the class of 2024.
The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. The Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. And may the blessing of God be upon you and remain with you always. Amen. Congratulations.